This is the second most common mistake I see improvisers make, and it has to do with trying to be too clever. They make large jumps. Someone will say something like, "Good morning, Sergeant Andrews." And they'll say something like, "We're ready for battle, and the men are coming, and here we go." Do you see how that feels a little too much, too far, they're trying to reach and grab stuff and drag it in? It's so much stronger to just do the obvious thing and say, "Good morning, Lieutenant. What do we have today?" That's even a question, and yet it's just a little bit. And it establishes, yes, I am that person, and yes, you are this person, and we are doing our normal routine. So I would say that is the problem of not being obvious enough and trying to invent too much. The second problem that I see is not being changed. So when someone tries to change you, they'll say something like, "This is for you." And they'll say, "Oh, thanks." No! For me? It doesn't have to be big. Small. In many ways, smaller is better. Oh. Thanks. Somehow, just that little boop, boop, boop allows the two players to move with and around each other. And it makes us feel real because we change each other in life, at least when it's interesting. The last mistake that I see most common improvisers make is that they don't reincorporate enough. They don't just refer earlier to what has already happened. They have this wealth of stuff, and when they encounter a new thing, or an opportunity for a new thing, they don't just use what's already there. So that's it. Those are my 3 tips on how to avoid the most common improviser mistakes. If you like that advice, please, I invite you to come play with us. Today, we have a free live online jam that you're invited to come to. It's online. You do video chat, pair it up in groups, and we go through a series of exercises each time that start from, I've never done improv before, let's just start with word association, and goes all the way to the end of Scene Breaker, which is a game where you're like trying to mess the other person up and the other person keeps the whole scene together and making sense. And if you're able to do that, then you're able to be bulletproof on stage. You'll know that you can make every scene make sense and have a modicum of fun to it, even if the other person is trying to mess you up. So you really should come and play. I'd love to see you there. Plus, it's a ton of fun.